Hello,
Hello,
this is Usable Live. My name's Johann,
my name is Julius.
and today I've heard that we have reached that we streamed every single day this month.
Yes.
So, stretch goal.
Yeah, stretch goal. Yes.
So, at least we'll see how it goes onwards, but that's definitely a cool thing
hmm
to mark off.
Yeah. And we had a very intense day yesterday.
Yeah. So, I think we should dive a bit into what happened and then how we recovered from that because the title of this stream is called Disaster Recovery and New Features, or a new
Yes.
feature.
Yeah, we've basically been working on a bit of a new feature past few days
Yeah,
to agentic search is good for certain things. Vector search is good for certain things, but
yeah.
what happens when you want to list everything? When you get all the fragments or all the tasks or all the customers,
Yeah,
then it becomes an issue because the LLM doesn't know if we got everything and so on. So
exactly. Because we did see that yesterday when we asked him to what's on our shopping list, and
yeah,
there was 20 items, and he gave us 18.
yeah, exactly. So that's like the non-deterministic path of agentic
Yeah,
AI. So we during that development, during the deployment of that, and during the development itself, we had we added a few things to the database, and we also tried the new cursor composer,
yeah. Composer
which
one.
is extremely fast, and it's so fast and doesn't say what it's trying to do, just
Yeah.
blazes through. And one wrong environment variable
Mm.
wiped the production database.
A great way to start the day.
Yeah, and we were like, oh, well. But then it's like everyone on the team was like, well, we have Flowcore behind it,
Yeah,
so it's not an issue. We basically had to just restart all our transformers, and then
exactly.
we had the data back within 2 hours.
Yeah,
The full environment, all the data, so no data loss or anything like that.
because we've experienced something similar in different companies where it's all about, okay, now we need to get the backup. It's 1 day old, or
Yeah,
maybe you find out, well, it's a week old because the backups weren't running as expected.
yeah,
Whereas with Flowcore, it's just,
yeah. We
whoops.
whoops, and then as soon as like we have like a sequence of how we restart these
Mm,
things, but as soon as the users are created back, then the system is up and running.
yeah,
So basically, it's like it works. You can create fragments and all of that. It's just the history, and then we replay the history in, and then
yeah,
everything's back up and working, and no data loss, not even for the new fragments that are created during the
yeah.
process, right? So
So you don't need to have that freeze state where you're
yeah,
uploading your backups
yeah.
back up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you go to the workspace, we can explain a bit
All right.
what does that mean? Like how is it connected to Flowcore? So if you go a bit behind the scenes, like everything you do here goes through Flowcore first. So
Yeah.
when you create a workspace, when you create a fragment or create a user, create or use the agentic search
Mm,
for the building, and all of everything is like it sends an event to Flowcore,
yeah.
and then it's replayed into the database behind usable.
So if I were to press new workspace, write something here and press that workspace
Yeah,
button, he will send this information.
yeah, to Flowcore first, and then get it back,
Yeah.
and then it's stored into the database. Because that way, if disaster happens, like yesterday, we just replay,
Yeah.
and then you get all the data back.
So we never actually store anything directly into a
No,
database. It's always through Flowcore and then back in.
yeah, and that's also like we've discussed internally. Okay, how do we like prevent these things from happening?
Mm,
And the same way as when we release new features and all of that.
yeah.
So we can set up like a full master setup with different clouds running on the same environment, but it's like that's um, because of Flowcore.
Yeah.
So
So
it's and we've also talked about a bit on the history of history of changes, so we can track all the changes to a fragment.
yeah.
So that's also on the roadmap to have that visible to the user, where you can go in and then just say, well, I've changed this 3 times. This is how it looked. The like
Yeah,
at date 1, at date 2, and date 3, and then you can promote changes and so on.
and that's easy to just add
Yeah,
afterwards because we have all the events.
yeah, and that will be like when that's available, it's available for all the changes since the beginning.
Yeah,
So all the changes you've made can be like changed back.
yeah.
So even though the feature is like still not ready, so it's still because we use Flowcore, it's still captured.
We can always do that whenever we feel like this is a really good thing to have at this moment, or
Yeah.
if there's enough users asking for it.
Yeah.
So if there's a high demand, we might just, oh, let's just throw it together and toss it in.
Yeah.
So I assume when you would say go back to a previous version, he would just potentially just send a new event. Oh,
Yeah.
update it to be matching this old
Yeah.
one, and that's it.
Yeah. And you have a history of that change as well.
Yeah,
So,
it just builds up.
yeah. But so everything is up and running, was up and running at like in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then we had the new feature released today that we were actually building
It's really
to
exciting.
help that issue that you had yesterday with
Yeah.
get me all the items.
So should we try it?
Yeah.
Because I have cursor ready here as well. And the reason we mostly use cursor at the moment is just because this new model is so fast that people who are watching don't need to sit around and wait for us.
Yeah. And remember to choose it. You've chosen Sonnet 4 or 5,
Yeah,
right?
fair enough. So
So
Composer 1.
that's the one that made the havoc happen.
So definitely need some cleanup through
Yeah,
various projects.
it's also just to make sure that when we've made some changes that like all environment variables on local machines that are tied to
Yeah.
anything related to production or anything are read only and so on. So it's
Yeah.
it's good thing. It's a good to try the SaaS recovery from time to time, but not usually in that
Yeah.
in that way.
But at least, as you said as well, with the whole being able to have multiple clusters or
Yeah.
cloud versions so that we could run on Google and Azure at the same time.
Yeah.
So what happened with Amazon recently,
Yeah.
we could just have, if we were on AWS, we could have just moved everyone over into
Yeah.
one that works.
Yeah.
And that's, again, easy to do because
And
we use a
without data
Flowcore.
loss and
Yeah.
so.
So what should we ask him?
Well, you asked him yesterday about the
Yeah, so we asked him here. I even have it right here.
yeah.
I believe. No, wait, that's an old one. So this one, I believe. Where he would list memory fragments.
No,
Okay.
that's a new one as
That's
well.
a new one as well. I mean, yeah.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. It's fine. We'll just do a brand new one. We'll
Yeah.
say, what is on the shopping list?
And
Or
you
what
might need to instruct them to use
need
list because
to
it still
use?
favors agentic search.
Yeah. But then I could control that quite easily with an
Yeah.
agent file or,
Yeah.
well, some cooler features we'll get later.
Yeah.
So if we say that, and then I will add as well, use list fragment.
Yeah.
Then we'll see what he does with that. So he lists memory fragments,
And that's
and there it is. That fast.
Yeah.
And because this doesn't use any AI calls behind the scenes, it just looks up directly, querying this information.
Yeah, but the LLM is basically taught through the tool how to query this data.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a SQL-like query that's like the LLMs are trained on using SQL because that's the most widely used everywhere. So it's
Yeah.
like SQL-like.
SQL-like.
Yeah, and that
The
just
UL.
yeah, but that's like it helps them quite a lot going like the getting to almost like 100%, and then you need a bit of instruction to get them to the last 10%, and then they can
Yeah.
query complex things. So you
And-
can say, well, what was updated last or the few 48 hours, for example.
What was updated the last 24 hours?
Yeah, for example.
Then we'll see what he does. And again, he still uses list memory fragments. Oh, and look at that. Because now he's not even just touching on the food, which we updated.
Yeah.
Today, I believe. Yeah. We said we
February.
bought the milk.
Yeah, it's 1310, right?
Yeah.
So
As well as various other things, and even jumping into other fragments that aren't specifically shopping related, and just what I think is most interesting as well is that it runs this fast.
Yeah, and you can also compare, like do like aggregates and sums and all of that.
What?
Say like dairy products, for example. Try to.
How many dairy products are on the shopping list?
Yeah.
Then we'll just check if he's using. Okay, good. He is. That way, he's not using the context above.
You can see.
And there it is.
Yeah.
And this, if we look at the query itself,
query there.
It's right there where he runs fragment type ID. This is the ID he's looking at. So this is the shopping list type.
Yeah.
And then he checks for array category dairy. So he's looking for the tag category dairy, and if it has the tag status needed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just magic. So now you can basically just make apps with this now.
Yeah.
So now I want to see a bunch of various like small, tiny fronts that just communicate with usable and using usable as the database with just casually built-in communication as well, like chat and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can still use agentic search if you need to.
Yes, that's also one new thing we did was we lifted agentic search and this new list fragments to the API layer as well. So can be accessed programmatically.
And
so I think if you go through the docs there or the API side, so question mark, and then it's under the question mark.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Yeah, and then API docs, yeah.
And then
go into API,
here.
and then it should be there under fragments. Oh, search, sorry.
Search should probably be far down.
Yeah.
There it is. Search memory fragment, global search.
Should be there somewhere. Maybe it called it something else.
Save search query. Filters for future use.
Yeah, search memory fragments. Look at that one. Or maybe it's under AI, maybe.
Beddings, generate, check tag. I mean, I can always search for
agentic
search.
Oh, it's under fragments.
It's a post.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Yeah. Because it's has a lot of info on there. That's not.
You have to provide some context.
Yes, and the same goes with list underneath.
And this is the one we just used.
Yes.
And here you can kind of just see exactly what you can do and what kind of operators you can use that are SQL adjacent. And there it is. So you can easily now, with all these end.end projects we've been doing, or like automations, you could quite easily have the webhook get triggered by usable, and then go and fetch all the ones with these tags or older than this amount or whatever it is, and then start processing in a little JavaScript code block, and then maybe send it to Facebook or
and then,
whatever you want.
Have it like be the maybe first step through for an agentic pipeline.
Yeah, or that, yeah.
Like to get that deterministic part of the pipeline ready.
Yeah, so he's very like focused in a specific area. Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, that one can search on like text as well, not just the tags.
So in the summaries and the content as well. Oh, that is nice. And if only you knew what other features are coming out soon. Oh, it's gonna be mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else we should talk about? We've been on for about 15 minutes now.
Yeah. Well, sorry about the outage yesterday. Other than that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to join our Discord and post if you have any issues or experienced any issues during the outage. But other than that, I think we can safely say that next month you should go and do something usable.
Yeah, excellent.